You wanna give me the best. You wanna give me the best that you have. Woo. Your grace, give me things I don't deserve. I didn't earn it. I think I'm worthless. Yeah. You took me from the bottom and told me I'm the head. I didn't give you nothing. You gave me love instead.
Yes, I cut my hair. Yes, there'll be another video about that. But today I'm here to talk about sick leave, and that's why I sound so disgusting right now. So, where do I start? For one, I am on sick leave right now. I'm in London, and yeah, so there's a whole story for that. But I'm just gonna start with general sick leave. I am a reserve flight attendant. We have our own kind of system as far as calling in sick when we are sick. So say for instance, at the beginning of this month, I have 3 days on, a day off, and then another 5 days on. So if I decide on the first day that I'm on call that I am sick, what I do is I call this 1-800 number that's for our flight attendants. It's called the Flight Attendant Support Team. And so we call that number and we talk to someone and we basically tell them we want to be put on sick call. And then why, we don't have to tell them why or get into the reason as to why we're calling out sick or any of that. They really don't care. It's somebody that's not within the company, like someone who's in the office, somebody you'll even see on a day-to-day basis, or even at all actually. But basically you call the 1-800 number, you tell them, hey, I want to be put on the sick leave, which is what it's called. And then they put you on sick leave. Now you have from day 1 to day 6 to call in sick without a doctor's note. So what I forgot to mention here was that whenever you call out on sick leave, you remain on sick leave until you call back and you tell crew scheduling or whoever that you called that you want to be off of sick leave. So once you call that first day, you're on sick leave indefinitely until you call back. So you have to let them know whenever you want to be off of sick leave. Now every time you do call in though, you do get points, and without going too much into it, you don't want to get too many points because that's like a step of discipline. And then after you get to, I can't math, 24 points, you kind of have like a really, really serious talk with people in charge and why you should still be working there, because you're looking at termination at that point. But, I said all that to say that whenever you do call in sick, you get 2 points. If you happen to call in sick and you bring a doctor's note, you only get 1.5 points. That half point can like save you from the next step. You do get paid for sick days. As for how many paid sick days you get, that I do not know. Your points drop off every year. So the first time I called in sick was like 2 days before New Year's. So come this time this year in 2017 going into New Year's, those 2 points will drop off because it's been a year. Maybe like 12 sick days I've taken, so I don't think I'm gonna get any more paid sick days, but I honestly don't know how many we get paid or not. I really don't. Like at that point, if I'm sick and I don't want to go to work, then it doesn't really matter if I'm getting paid for them or not. But yeah, so when you don't get paid, you just don't get your minimum. So say I get 78 hours for my minimum pay. Whenever I call in sick, they take away 3.5 hours of pay, which is probably about $60 or $70. So yeah, that's how that works. If you do more than 6 days on sick leave, you have to bring a doctor's note, like no question. You have to bring a doctor's note or else you're gonna get in trouble, which is why I tend to not call out for more than 6 days. I have bought a doctor's note sometimes, but sometimes I just want to sweat it out my system. I don't like going to the doctor. I mean, I like going to the doctor, but I don't like paying for the doctor. So there's that. Now, moving on to why I am in London and I am sick. So I came off of sick leave and then I had 2 days off, and then I got a call like at 6 o'clock in the morning telling me that, oh, okay, I have a London trip. I had lost my voice by the time I woke up that morning. And I was like, okay, my throat isn't really hurting that bad, so I'll just work it. It's whatever. So then I worked it, and I was taking like cough drops like the whole 9-hour flight. We finally get here. We here at like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning London time, and we're supposed to have a 24-hour layover. So then I get to the room, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap. And I still wasn't feeling like quite good or well or anything. My throat was still hurting, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna sleep and then wake up and go shopping. And I wanted to go on like a tour or whatever, because this is my 3rd time coming to London now. But yeah, I woke up and I was not feeling good at all. Like, my throat was hurting, I couldn't really swallow, and I was like, shit, I might have strep throat. So I was like, I honestly have no idea what to do. I don't feel good. I wish I could get some medicine. I had some more cough drops, and I had like 2 Tylenols. So then I went on to Facebook, and I asked the flight attendants from my company, like, what should I do? So apparently on our company phone, there's an app that you can go to, and it's called like International SOS, because not only am I sick, I'm sick and I'm away from home and I'm out of the country. So I had no idea where to start with that. I didn't know what insurance to use, but thank goodness I didn't have to use any of that. So on my link, which is my work phone, there's an app called International SOS. I think anyone can use it. It's not just for flight attendants, but anyone can sign up for it. So basically, whenever I turned on my phone and I had data or whatever, it can tell where I'm at. So it gave me a like helpline for London, and I couldn't call on my work phone because that's not a function of the phone. I called on my hotel phone, the number locally, and then I was connected with a nurse, and she kind of like went through my symptoms, and she asked me what hotel I was at, and went through all my kind of like issues that I was having, all my symptoms. So she was like, okay, we can send a doctor out, and we'll contact your airline and let them know that you called us and that you're sick and that you may not be able to fly tomorrow because you are sick. So then maybe that was at like 6, and then by some hours go by, my who called me? My supervisor called me, and she was like, hey, MedLink called me, and they were like, they told me everything that's going on. Are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. She checked on me, and she said, just let me know, keep me updated. I'll email you, and you can just email me back whenever the doctor leaves. So then around 10:30 p.m. they called me back at like 8 to let me know that the doctor would be here at 10:30. And another good thing, I did not have to leave my room. I didn't even leave my room yesterday. So she came by around 10:30 that night, and she checked me out. She basically said I probably had strep. It's kind of going away, but my throat was really, really red. So she prescribed me like just some antibiotics and some pain medicine. So she gave me that, and then I was like, okay, cool, I can probably fly tomorrow, blah, 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 not realizing that I had strep and they probably don't want me to fly. She told me it was okay if I wanted to fly, if I felt good enough to fly. She was going to write it up that I could. And then I called MedLink back, which is the service that I called earlier, and they told me that I need 24 hours just to be on medication and like rest and chill some more. So they told me that instead of working the flight the next morning, which was this morning, I would have to deadhead back either on that flight, or I was gonna wait until tomorrow and deadhead. So I ended up obviously waiting until tomorrow to deadhead back, which means flying as a passenger. So as far as getting paid, I didn't think that I would get paid for the flight going back, but I think once I talked to my supervisor, she told me that I would. But I don't think I'll really get paid for like the extra 24 hours that I was here. I think I'm just gonna get paid for the original amount of time that I was supposed to be working and laying over and all that stuff, but don't know for sure. That's pretty much how my layover went. I'm also missing the solar freaking eclipse because I'm in London, and I know you guys, some of you guys might hate me for this, but I didn't want to do this trip to start with. I kind of wanted a Florida layover because you'd be able to see the eclipse really well. I am in London where it's foggy and there's no sun, but I am still grateful that I got to come here for the 3rd time. This is awesome. I'm just kind of sad I'm gonna miss the eclipse. So you guys tell me how it is in the comments below, because by the time I post this, I would have already missed it. Actually, I'm probably missing it right now. That's pretty much sick leave. If you guys have any other questions, like I said, leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and kind of let me know like what you guys are interested in knowing about as far as flight attendant life. Yes, I'm missing a nail again. That's just my struggle life, okay? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! Don't get my germs.